Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game is a Super Bowl 50 rematch featuring two of the top linebackers in the NFL. It's Brandon Marshall going up against Luke Kuechly. With that, let's get up to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the defending NFC champs on offense now. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
Had one of the great seasons ever by a quarterback in the NFL in 2015. An equal threat to throw it or run it. Grew into the consummate leader for his team and was named the league MVP while leading the Panthers to a Super Bowl appearance.
On first down, it's Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But, boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
Here's Newton now on second down. Penalty marker is down here.
Pass interference, offense.
And a pass interference on the offense. You do not see that too often.
Yeah, the defense is usually the culprit these days, but it's pretty clear that this time the defender was in position and the receiver made contact with him. Way to go, officials.
Second and 10, Newton again. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So 1 quarter in the books in this Super Bowl 50 rematch. 0-0 our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Newton on first down. And the tight end Olsen, right side. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On first down, Newton. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. To the air again, Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 1. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Sanchez on first down. And incomplete to open things up. All right, partner, indulge me if you will here. Let's go back and look at preseason in totality. What are some of the storylines that you took away going into the regular season?
Well, so many of them. I'll try and keep this one short. New England, no Tom Brady. No panic. They're going to ride with Jimmy Garoppolo, and they expect to be good. The Jacksonville Jaguars are getting a whole lot of love in preseason. I've heard a lot of people say they're going to win the AFC South. How about the Tennessee Titans? DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry. Are they truly thunder and thunder? We'll find out as we go forward with that one. But what about the big trade? We hate the injury to Teddy Bridgewater with the Minnesota Vikings, but they went and got Sam Bradford because they believe the Super Bowl is now, and he can take them to it.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Ronnie Hillman in there. He gets the carry. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The youngest member of the Colquitt punting dynasty, if you will. This is Britton Colquitt to punt it away. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime in this Super Bowl rematch. Once again, it's the Broncos on top over the Panthers. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have played smart with the football in the first half. Each team has avoided that one big turnover to this point, and it's a reason we have a very tight game at halftime. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Panthers heading out on their opening drive. Newton's able to find his mark near the sidelines. He would pick up 2 yards and then duck out of bounds. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. So that's a wrap for us. We'll head back now to Bank of America Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, here's Sanchez. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the air. Newton on second down. And his pass incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 2015 Pro Bowler, K'Wan Short, in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
In the backfield is Anderson. He'll get the football here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Tackle made by K'Wan Short. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
3rd and long, it's Sanchez. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Broncos as they get set here. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think that you do. That's how you have to play it. But at the same time, you're telling your ball carrier, both arms over the football, body, everything else, because they will do everything possible to try and knock it free.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. we go with 2nd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol. This is Stewart again. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it to... And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Throwing here, Newton. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. 20. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And the inaugural carry here for Fonzie Whitaker. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this would be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Sanchez. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 55 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And down to just 21 seconds now as he spikes it to stop the clock. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Sanchez now to throw. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be third down. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Ready, line 18.
One last throw for Sanchez. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.